Evidence room, Sector 3. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room. It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Oh, hello. What are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Whoa! Oh. Did you just slap him? Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. Ow! Fuck! I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So is it true what I heard? What? Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's true. So chief of police can't will loan anyone $50, even me. Oh, so that's what you were talking about. I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today. Boss for a day? But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. What's this? Evidence room floor plan. Scene of the stabbing of a detective at the PD. Let me check that out. Hold on. Let me see this. Alright, it's really not that big. Thought it would be bigger. Let's examine! Or should I talk to you first? I guess I should examine first. There's something sticking out of there. Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal. Make him me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was opened recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I been breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves the evidence hang out a lot too. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either. If you're going to talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. Oh, I have to look at all of these. Oh my god! Oh my god, there's so many of them. This place is stuffed with evidence, stuffed with dreams. Not sure about the dreams. It won't open. Did you really think it would? Hey, pal, security is high tech around here. Clearly. Whoa, holy shit. Okay, there's more there. I'm curious though, before I go any further. Gumshoe? Show me, what's your ID? Can you tell me that? Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. I heard rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa! What is it? That second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edward. What? Wait, what? The second number on the list belongs to Mr. Edward. What? ID record updated. Why would Edward have come to the evidence room? Now we can see Miles Edward, 8730579. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. Now we have to... Okay, never mind. I guess we don't need to open... Thank God we don't need to open all of these. Meh. Why is there blood on this one? Oh, well, that's not good. That one's open. There's blood on this one. What's this? The blood! It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. It looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright! What if there are other bloodstains left in the room? We should use your testing fluid to check it out. Indeed we should. But first we're examining things. What is a saw and a paint doing here? Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression. True art? I noticed that there's a blue and yellow paint here. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger. Well, you might say this is my studio. Here in the evidence room? What are you talking about, dude? There's a glove here. Someone left a glove here, but only one. Oh shit, it has SL... Nah, wait. Damn it doesn't have the 2, but I think it's part of the SL9 thing. That evidence. Detective Gumshoe, maybe.
There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know.
You mean SL9? It does have a tag on it. Rubber glove! Tagged evidence from the SL9 incident. Extremely thin rubber glove. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? Yeah, we get it.
That's apparently from the case.
The case?
The SL9 is in it, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there?
There's also blood on it. Another piece of SL9 incident. Take a closer look. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broken. You want to try to put it back together?
Oh, good luck, pal. There's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up.
That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. What the fuck? That's so weird. What the hell am I doing? What the fuck? This is so weird. Oh, okay. I got one! Oh, this is gonna take a while. Shit on my stick, bro. Yes! There's one piece missing, though. Or 2 pieces, maybe.
We did it! Yeah, that took a while. Oh, that took so long, oh my god.
Oh, that was really different. I just was stuck on one part that was like, no, you cannot proceed. Fuck you. Huh? Well, I think we did it. But some of the pieces are missing.
Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes to myself. The problem is finishing it.
Were some pieces stolen?
I bet they...
Oh, well, that's me. I bet they were missing to begin with.
Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar.
I kind of understand how it got broken. Unstable jar. Jar pieced back together from fragments found at the crime scene. A piece is missing. There's blood on it. Hey, look! They're hard to make out, but are some dark red stains here. Looks like blood. Do you think Detective Goodman's blood somehow got on this when he was stabbed? Not likely. His blood looks like it's been here for months, maybe longer. This jar was evidence in the SL9 incident after all. That might be when the blood got on it. Yes. Alright, let's look at this thing. Look, this one's open, and the red indicator light above the door is lit.
That locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprints.
Detective Goodman's locker. Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that?
Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it.
It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere.
Indeed. It's time to spray, though.
Time to spray with my little spray. See what happens. Look, there's blood there. Pew, 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 pew. There must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective?
Pale blood. Pale pool of blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien.
This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans.
Hey, if you didn't want me at my opinion, you shouldn't have asked.
Yeah, whatever. The handprint. Boing, boing, boing. I knew it! This is someone's right handprint.
What?
What's the matter, detective?
This locker is mine.
It's yours?
Please. You have to help me when they come to take me away. Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals?
This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans.
I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police.
What? But you're a detective. He's so weird. He's really weird. Wait, there's more blood here. What? What the fuck? Why is there blood there? Oh! Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant.
Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal.
What, this? It's called luminal testing fluid.
Where'd you get your hands on that? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief.
Where do you get this, Emma? I was by mail order. Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans. So, Detective Gumshoe, your boss for the day?
That's right, and it's an honor. After all, the murder took place here right here in the police department.
But if you're a boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings?
They're using my yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial.
In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation again.
I am adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal.
If you have a locker in here, you have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe.
Of course, I'm a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal.
Only you can open?
I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens.
So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right?
They're trying to figure out who's responsible for that mess up in court today.
I see.
I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth.
Maybe we can get him to talk, to tell us more about that case.
This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it.
Using their ID card.
Well, that's the thing, pal. The ID cards can be lost. Well, I'm on my third card since entering the force already.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand.
Yes, you can, if it's cut off. Oh, you mean your fingerprints?
Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint.
Ugh!
So the only locker we can open is our own.
I see. Funny. They look like normal lockers.
These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see?
The handles?
On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it, zap!
You get shock!
And if that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious.
What do you mean by that?
There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks.
Evidence locker. Only the assigned detective's prints can unlock it. Indicate the lamp lights up when it's open. We have so much evidence here. Jesus, look at this. Look at it's full. The second row is full now.
This is my crowning achievement, my masterpiece, you might say. But art is always misunderstood, pal.
Art?
It was dancing proudly on the day of the award ceremony, but there was a lot of people coming and going after the ceremony, so they took the blue badge away for a while.
Why?
Oh, they said it was shameful or something like that. Shameful, I toiled night and day.
I sympathize with Detective Gumshoe, but I can see why they moved it. I guess we can move out of here? Or, wait, no, there's more! Okay, never mind.
Now that was a bloody violent case.
Violence, so it was a murder.
A serial killing.
Really? Interesting. Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all.
But the killer made a mistake and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him.
And this was 2 years ago?
That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight and started the rumor mill.
About forced evidence, yes?
It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal that day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is.
What do you mean?
Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see?
So the switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself?
Hey, pal, look at that time. Was there something you need to be going to. It's just the Mr. Edgeworth Inquiry Committee should be letting out soon. So I'm going to give them my report for the day.
What the fuck is that thing?
It might help, you know.
Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems?
Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about here. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him.
Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe?
I'm off, pal. Later.
Okay, bye. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say too. Time to talk to Edgeworth. Hey, Edgeworth, are you home? Oh, what the fuck? Why is the bellboy here? Guests, my apologies. Oh, it's you, from the second case. Why are you here? Have you met somewhere? What? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave so long. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Hello. Right. Yes, the Hotel Bream's tea service? Jesus Christ. Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Yes, he brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. I don't think so at all, but whatever. Alright, Edgeworth, what do you have to say? So how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some people who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened. They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes, any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police, Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you, why? All along I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still. Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. I guess I have to present something to him. So he will talk more. Edgeworth, can you check this out for me, please? Oh, right. I'd better check this out. Check this now. As I was saying,
Oi!
What's this? A record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gant, no less. The Chief of Police? I told you it's something. It was something so weird.
Maybe he is the killer.
He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? What? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I'd better make a note of it. Screwdriver. Unrelated evidence. Okay. Evidence from a past case of Edgeworth's. Brought back to his office by Gant's request. Stubborn as always, I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. Yeah, whatever, dude. I know you. You've probably got a hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident, and some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. You must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator.
Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth.
Alright, Edgeworth.
Allegations of forgery.
The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too then. He was a top officer and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you got nervous too, Mr. Ashworth? What I want to know is why was deputy chief of police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict and the killer was executed.
Wait, you didn't?
Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science. Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid. Well then, you might have use for this. What's this? Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints? Oh shit. It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Ashworth, I'm really thankful. No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well?
Recovers fingerprints from
handprints for comparison with fingerprint file. Well, that's good going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Indeed we do. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Here, in this blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Done. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. I really can't tell the difference at a glance. Really? Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. It has to be this one, right? Let's check this one out first. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around. How do you do that? With enter. See? Okay. It looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Okay, just with E. Exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See? Wow, that looks fun. It might take some getting used to, though. It's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. I guess I'd better give it a try. Okay, cool. How much can we do? Jesus Christ!
Jesus Christ! How much can we do, Jesus?
I see, but there's nothing here, so I think I'd like to try one of the other fingerprints. Okay, let's move on to a different finger. It's gotta be this one, because that one's the clearest. Am I actually doing all of this? Am I doing all of the fucking screen? No, there's... Are you serious? Why? I think I've completely ruined it. Okay, that's how you do it. I didn't even have to do so much. I just did the whole screen for no reason. Aha, you did it. You found one. But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints, huh? Looking at the locker door again closely. Yes. It seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside the blood. You mean this one? Meh, 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 meh. Ah, yes, a fingerprint! Oh, I have to do more, really? How big are fingerprints anyway? Jesus!
Holy shit, this guy has a big ass finger. Jesus.
We're almost done.
We found it. Yay.
Yay, a print so clear it's dazzling.
Dazzling, really?
Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away.
So we're not done yet. This is quite a process.
Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right?
I guess he's right.
Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth.
And point out the person you think left these prints. How am I supposed to know who it was?
I couldn't make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would we most likely find on this evidence locker?
Oh my god, Damon Gant is 65?
Jesus Christ! Let's see. Nope, that doesn't match, really. Nope. No, it doesn't really match. That one kind of matches. It's not far off. That one's not far off either. That one's a little different. That one's really close, actually. That's the one, I think. That has to be the one. It looks exactly the same.
Comparing.
Beep, 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 beep. Comparison complete. Match found. Why is it Dick Gumshoe?
Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look.
I guess that's probably because I was thinking so what.
Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Something you hit. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright.
Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Wait, where? What? Oh wait, this one. Sorry, okay. Yeah, it's this one. That one, right? This is where we got the luminal fluid reaction, right?
Right! There was a handprint here. Okay, want to try using this?
There go her eyes sparkling again. Let's go, let's do it. Okay, let's check for prints.
That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first. The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too.
Oh, right. So that means no prints.
What you say? The probability of your hypothesis is high?
Don't ask me.
Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away.
Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. Yes, but this one is wiped away, so there's nothing here.
Wait, what's this?
There's a fucking fingerprint there, really?
Oh, so big!
That's a fat ass finger, bro. Damn. Yay! So, who owns this one? Ask. I don't know about that one. Is it you? Is it Jake Marshall? I think it's Jake Marshall. That one looks really similar. Comparing. Did. Match found. Damn. Hey, these fingerprints,
Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know?
It's Officer Marshall.
Huh? Officer Jake Marshall?
Found on a bloody handprint left in the evidence room. The print had been wiped away.
That's got to be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime.
Emma, this is decidedly different from the Detective Gumshoe's print. The luminal reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place.
Oh no!
So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain.
But why would Officer Marshall?
It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence.
I don't know. I don't believe it.
Well, believe it. Because we're about to go into the trial. Dun dun dun.
Oh,
That was a fun investigation. I like that. This episode is really fun. I like it. I think it's my favorite episode so far. It's trial time.
so what do you think, Mr. Wright?
I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time, and a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes.
Lana!
Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. I hope they don't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though.
So how did it go?
It's as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain.
A plea bargain? What do you mean by that?
We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma.
But Lana, don't tell me you...
Much to my regret, I'm as much as in the dark about this as they are. Miss Guy, We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall.
What kind of
Trace evidence? Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact.
Oh, shit.
That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you?
In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall.
We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Guy?
Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright.
I will!
And I'll beat him too!
Although I don't think it's Jake Marshall. I don't think so. I don't think it's him.
Welcome back, you fuckers! How are you doing today on this shitty day? I hate you all.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is...
What's the matter? I'm afraid you'll have to clarify.
It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time.
But that's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared.
Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Ashworth's car.
Wow, this is one messed up trial.
One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Now that's what sets Mr. Ashworth apart. He sounds so on top of things, even though he doesn't know what's going on himself.
And that's supposed to be an admirable trait?
But I'll let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Because I have no idea. I'm really confused about this case. Like, what the fuck is going on? This is like the weirdest case so far. Oh my god. Mr. Ashworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand.
Is it Jake Marshall?
For his first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department.
The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer?
Oh, never mind, it's Meekins. Oh boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go. Oh no, not him, please.
Oh no, not you. Oh, you're so lame to voice.
God damn it.
Will the witness please state his name and occupation?
Yes, sir. I'm Officer Meekins, Mike Meekins, sir. My occupation is, That would be murderer, sir.
What?
What the fuck? So you're telling me you're a professional killer?
Sir!
It was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You've got to believe me, sir. Actually, what we'd like... Sir!
Okay. Can I read those things sometimes? I hate when it auto-scrolls sometimes. Jesus!
Sir, I'm what you would call part of the younger generation, sir. A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend. Please, Mr. Ashworth, sir, help me, sir.
Officer Meekins,
Yes, sir.
give us your report of the crime. Consider that in order.
Yes, sir. As you wish. After all, I'm a part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir.
You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm.
Bum bum bum. Crime report, sir.
Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and just rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life. Then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you.
I'm not reading that.
That's the Meekins family model, sir. I see. Then you fainted and alcoholic helped you regain consciousness. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You knocked me upside the head, sir. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
What I need here is more info to work with. This is so strange. Bam 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 bam. A suspicious man, you say? In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct?
Precisely,
Oops.
precisely, sir. I have one right around my neck.
So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? Nope.
There it is. I found it. This is the one right here. Could you please read us the number? Yes, sir. It's 4989596. That's my number, sir.
I see, but the number 598956596 is shown as being used twice. Wait, what the fuck? Please explain, witness.
It's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the blue badge to the evidence room, and the second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled down. I see. So it was during the second time when... Yes, sir. That was when I spotted the man on the security screen.
It has been updated, thank you. So let me see the list again, because I want to see... No, okay, I pressed the wrong button! Ah, fuck me, bro. Why? Mike Meekins, twice. It's weird. That is very strange, yes? About what time did you regain consciousness?
No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious.
Oh, right. According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30.
Hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying to the vein. That's nice, sir. I mean, it's nice that you recovered, that is. When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir.
Your mission?
Yes, sir. The blue badges, sir. I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand.
Well, we can all rest easy now, ha ha ha.
This is what he was telling us yesterday.
Well, we need to try and skim some more details from him. For starters, what was an officer from General Affairs Department doing there in the first place?
Right, let's press him for all he's worth.
What do you mean not your normal duty? Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not?
Yes, sir. I'm in charge of hiring new recruits, sir.
Yikes, now there's a scary thought.
Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not to
ordinarily performed. Jesus.
I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir.
The Blue Badger? Yes.
Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by the chief of detectives, sir.
Yes, we know that. I know the thing. I know what it looks like. Yes, I don't need to see it again. Okay.
I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir.
I see. Sounds like a very important mission.
After the award ceremony was finished that day, there were so many people running around. And I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room.
Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room.
Tell us, what did you see when you got there?
I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened.
Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point.
Yes, Officer Meekins?
With regard to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to me to my jail cell. Chief Kent delivered it to me just this morning, sir.
The chief? Delivered?
What is that, a videotape?
Yes, sir. Absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir.
Oh, my ears, Jesus.
It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room.
What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape, and was told it had been mistakenly erased.
That's quite a mistake.
I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at.
Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever.
Well, then let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim.
Oh, please stop using that word murder, sir. It scares me.
A video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? Let's see. Show us the video. What the fuck? What am I looking at here? What a lovely murder, yes? Oh, oh, that's Detective Goodman, yes? He's opening the locker. Something drops from his locker. Oh, that's Meekins. Ow, that's gotta hurt. Damn! Okay. And... oh, now he's dead. Okay, cool. What a lovely video.
That doesn't really show me anything. It just shows a struggle, and it doesn't actually show if you killed him or not.
But it does show you were there.
Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us?
What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood?
That's the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir. Is the Blue Badger, sir.
Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? Video from the security camera placed in the evidence room.
Yes, well, anyway, this tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter someone in the evidence room, and some sort of activity did take place.
Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Is that alright with you, Officer Meekins?
Yes, sir. As you wish, sir.
Oh, there's more, okay.
Mystery Man. His face can't be clearly seen in the video, but there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it.
Was this about a fingerprint?
Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to.
Intriguing, though. I mean, the victim at the crime scene would have been Detective Goodman. Where will the defense may begin its cross-examination?
I don't know where this cross-examination will lead, but everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start. My god, this trial is weird so far. Hold it. But you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face.
Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as having seen or not seen it.
Since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify it.
Why is everyone looking at me like that? If I had to label your stares as disturbing or...
Meekins,
Hey, oi!
having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify.
Yes, sir.
You claimed the man who brandished a knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you are positive it was him. However, the most important detail is not shown in this video, the man's face.
Sir, if I may say something, sir.
Please do, after all, you are the one being examined.
I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can't testify enough to this, sir.
Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie.
That is, unless the defense can find a problem with it.
Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again.
Is there a problem with the security video? Yes. You can't see the murder clearly. Regarding the video contained on this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange.
Strange?
This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman.
What? This video contains such a contradiction?
Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal.
Yes, Mr. Esworth.
I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video. He would want me to point to it, wouldn't he?
Very well, proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of.
I have to point out a problem in the video? This is the first time I've ever had to do that. Oh my god.
You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing.
Please don't play it too many times.
Please don't play too many times. I can't stand watching this video.
How did this guy ever become a police officer?
Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where's the contradiction that indicates blah 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 blah?
There's a glove there? What the fuck? Fuck me, I don't know. Wasn't there more blood on him? What about this? I wonder if that's the thing. The thing that's strange about this video would have to be this.
I need to use my eye drops. Well, I don't get it.
Ah, fuck. Wait, what the fuck? Hold on. Go back! Go back! No! Look! The light's already on. Why is the light already on? It's not even open.
What the fuck, bro? That's weird. This thing that's strange about this video has got to be this.
Officer Meekins?
Sir, do you mean me, sir?
As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint. If it's a match, the light turns on and the lock is released.
According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir.
If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. Why is it already on? Oh my god, do I have to watch all of this again? Can I? Nope, I can't fast forward it. God damn it. When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker. Let's rewind to a little earlier. Okay. Here, notice the light?
What's this? It's already lit.
Yes, precisely my point, Your Honor.
The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. Oh,
Order, what's the meaning of this?
It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime. What the fuck? But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked.
Oh, I know, it must have broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert on this.
That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction.
Oh, well, it just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation?
Me, Your Honor?
Yes, why wasn't the locker locked?
Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator?
Maybe something like jammed the system sensors?
Something jammed the sensor, say. There's something else that seems out of place in this video.
Yeah, I thought so too. There's got to be another clue somewhere in this footage.
Well, let's inspect the video once more. The locker wasn't locked, Mr. Wright. Please point out the cause for this.
I don't know.
Why wasn't it locked? Fuck me, I don't know. Oh, wait. I wonder if something fell out of the locker, right? I wonder if the glove was, keeping it unlocked. The glove that fell out of the...
right there. Stop.
You! I think it's the glove. Please watch closely. This is a continuation of the part I showed earlier. It's the glove, yes? Yes, the glove, because the glove was, I don't know, sticking out or something, and it was blocking the lock or something, so it was open.
What's this? Something white fell out of the locker.
But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened. I often fall out and roll great distances when I open my door. Okay.
We can't be sure that the item was completely inside the locker to begin with.
What do you mean?
The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door?
Inserted?
Yes, like it was sticking out of the locker and not quite in the locker and it was stuck in the door. You know what I mean? This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor.
Oh, I understand now, sir. Isn't it like I die? You order 3 times to get stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, my tie chokes me.
But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door.
Not only that, but it would also have to block electrical currents. It would need to be an insulator.
Yes, an insulator, but at the crime scene?
There just might have been something that fits the description.
But sir, by an insulator, you don't mean...
I think I finally got this figured out.
Very well, will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was this insulator that was stuck in the locked door?
It was the glove, yes? Believe it was the glove. I found this near the locker, a thin rubber glove.
But we can't be sure that was in the victim's locker.
It has a tag that says SL9 incident. Oh. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker, but that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker.
Is this not so, Officer Meekins? Sir, it would have appeared so, sir.
order. So are we to believe that then the victim whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman?
Do not be misled, Your Honor.
What do you mean, Mr. Esworth?
The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. What? Officer Meekins, please testify about this.
Sir, me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir.
Is this a joke?
Very well, begin your testimony.
Mystery Man, Part 2.
There's one other thing that proves that man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there is a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card.
An ID card record, I see.
I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. The ID used at 5:14 is that of the victim.
Just before the crime. Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does not strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were there so few people using this room?
This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. Special cases? Extremely violent cases involving police staff. Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end. Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference. There were only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon.
Right, I see. Now let's move on to the cross-examination.
Yes, let's do that indeed. At the time of the crime, earlier I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled a knife on you.
Yes, sir. He didn't show me any ID card, sir.
Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife.
Oh, maybe he just panicked.
Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out. Mr. Wright, what do you think? I'm confused. What? The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth to miss something like this. You're thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show him what we got. Is that card hanging from your neck? One of those ID cards?
Yes, sir. This card right next to my cuff, sir. I keep it here so I won't ever forget it.
But what if someone were to steal it from you, keeping it out in the open like that?
Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck in when I get out of my car? Well, the remaining time is my ID card that gets stuck. Instead of the door closing, my ID card chokes me.
Maybe I should just leave it on alone. At any rate, each police officer has only one ID card. Both the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to this.
Please proceed with your testimony. Even though I regret it.
Let it be noted that this is the record the witness referred to.
Let me see. Yes, that would be it. Detective Goodman.
What's the matter?
According to this, Mr. Esworth, your name is on here.
So it is, Your Honor. Really? What? Not that prosecutor again. Hey, maybe he's behind all this. Being a prosecutor, he could hide the evidence. Mommy, is that man in blue a murderer? Shh, don't stare at him. What's that? Are those the fucking... You've got the wrong color, kid. Are those the audience that is talking there? Because that's new and weird. I mean, it wasn't in the other chapter, so I think it's new.
It would seem the inquiry committee will want to speak with you again today.
I have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions or the consequences. For now, let us continue with the cross-examination. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his. Let's try this one.
Yeah, I was right. I guessed right. Oh, yeah, I'm so good. Wait one moment, Officer Meekins. I'm not going to win, sir.
I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene.
That makes sense.
No, it does not. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I meant the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card.
Lost item report. It's only half completed.
But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out his report. Let me guess, you believe this something has something to be his ID card, right? I can't say for sure, but there is a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. Oh shit!
Order. So now, what does this all mean?
It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card. Okay, so who stole his ID card?
Order. Does the prosecution have a response?
I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright.
Bravo!
Allow me to surmise the defense's argument. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Yes. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright? Yes. What's he up to exactly? What the fuck? That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder. That is... Well, I guess that's right. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago you seemed content to be pointing your finger around. This isn't going to end well, is it? Oh crap! Well, it seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove.
Explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime.
So
the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot. At the prosecutor's office, the murderer being Miss Lana Skye, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon.
Oh! You got me there, bro. Damn! You are good. Holy shit.
I knew that testimony was way too shabby. God damn it, Edgeworth. Why are you so good at your job? Jesus. It was all a trap from the beginning. It's a trap.
the activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Activity? Oh, I just read that shit. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? Where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is only to examine the murder of Detective Goodman.
Just so, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something, or else Lana.
What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this one?
Object that shit!
One moment, Your Honor. What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven. Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap. What are you talking about? This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. What?
The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
If this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident. Ah, shit. This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand.
Mr. Wright, do you mean...
Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness.
Oh, whom do you have in mind?
Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. The prosecution requests that to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply.
Very well then, Mr. Wright. To this person whom you would have testified, what is his or her name?
Bum, 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 bum.
Detective Marshall!
Officer Jake Marshall. Why him? I can't let Edgewood know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say. The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Blah, 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 blah.
Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witnesses supponiated what? That's a weird word. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time?
We will, Your Honor.
Court is now in recess.
Bum, bum, bum. Well, that was something. Jesus. Oh my god, that Meekins character is not my favorite. I'm just gonna say. And this case is really confusing. It boggles my mind. There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright? Huh? What do you mean? You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out. I haven't figured anything out.
Lana, you're the only one who knows... You're the one who knows everything.
Emma.
You always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you.
I don't recall ever asking for his protection.
How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me?
Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Jesus, fuck! Oh, I guess I am. I'll come back later.
That was so random. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it?
I'm back. Oh, look, you've got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run all around while on duty. And to top it all off, call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals.
Sorry, Detective.
You better be, pal. Hey, I didn't see you there, the chief prosecutor's guy.
That's okay, so have you brought what I asked?
Oh!
You mean
this, right?
My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request. My name?
Hehehe.
Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy.
But
Lana, that's...
I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them.
I can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were a witness in that case.
Miss Guy was a witness? Really? Files for the Joe Dark killings solved 2 years ago. Who the hell is Joe Dark?
Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial murders.
I guess not.
Oh, what? Now that I've brought you your stuff, you're just going to ignore me?
Emma, but why? Why is your name in here?
What? My name's in there? I don't know, unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana! This SL9 incident, is that...
That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings.
The Joe Dark? No, Lana! That's over with. No!
Emma, wait!
She ran away. Okay.
You know what? I just remembered I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, Belle, but I'm out of here.
Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence. Knowing you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. I better take a good look at this file. What the fuck is going on with this case? What is going on? It's so weird. What? Someone is behind all this. Why is she... Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Well, that was interesting. This case is really weird, honestly. It's really, 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 really weird. Alright.